Well, we made it, boys, in one of the coldest, most miserable days you could ever imagine, going 20 miles under the speed limit the entire way here. We made it to Ducati Cleveland. I wore the wrong shoes for this. Today, we're going to be installing a $5,000 exhaust on my Ducati V4. This is the box that you get when you spend $5,000 with the Ducati Motor Corporation. You get some nice bubble wrap right here. And this is the first piece with the mid pipe. I don't really know what to do with this, so I'm just gonna like set this off to the side for right now. Whoa. Next up, I believe this is one of the mufflers. And since this is a $5,000 exhaust, of course you get two mufflers. Ta-da, ta-da. This is what a $5,000 titanium muffler looks like. Akrapovic. I don't really know how to pronounce that, but this is pretty light. It's about as lightweight as like one of those TI-84 calculators that you used in high school. And this gigantic mid pipe. So that's kind of what it's gonna look like. Interesting. I like the direction that Ducati went with this. Now, what I should do with the box that the exhaust came in, I don't really know. I don't burn it. I don't know. Just so we can kind of prove that this is real titanium, because I actually wasn't sure. I know that this is the cheaper exhaust system that Ducati offers right now. I wasn't sure if this was really titanium. We have something right here. Don't try this at home. Changing purple. I just wanted to prove it's real titanium. So yeah, it definitely is. If it was stainless steel, it would not change that easily like that. They usually, some stainless steel exhausts come with like a coating that will change color, but that's definitely a titanium color. Should we like put like, draw a on it? I don't know if Ducati would like that, but this dealership has been really busy. I cannot tell the difference between any of these three V4s right here. I believe this one has my real last name on it, for those who don't know. There it is. So I think this one's mine. Dude, what a shame. I bought a brand new 2025 Panigale V4. It has been sitting in this dealership ever since I bought it. For some strange reason, I have just been punished by the universe ever since I bought this bike. It has just been a continuous slew of snow and regret. Yeah, sneak it right on by. Here is the cold startup of a 2025 Panigale V4 stock exhaust. It sounds terrible. It sounds like a washing machine. This thing is awful. This bike smells like fresh catalytic converter. Look at that, only 7 miles on the dash right now. This bike is still brand new. I haven't been able to ride it. It's been miserable out. This thing hasn't been started pretty much its entire life. It's been alive. Very weak. There have been much better exhaust systems out there. Next up, we have to get this thing actually onto a bench. This is gonna be quite the involved installation process today, but these guys are busy men, right? Ugh. A lot of people, for some reason, really like to see regular people work on really complicated motorcycles, which I totally understand. I think it's a hilarious process. These things are much more complicated than your traditional R1 or CBR or something like that. But even those, anything with 4 cylinders, the exhaust installation can get quite complicated very quickly. Here we go. Is that good? Yep. She's good. More money. If you're curious what a high mount looks like, this is what the high mount exhaust looks like on the brand new Panigale V4. The full high mount exhaust, I think, is $8,500. It's the exhaust everyone's like, oh my God, it's so expensive. Who would spend that money? Which is why I got the low mount, if I'm honest. So before I can tear into the bike on my own, I have a little set of Allens here that I can take off all the rear fairings and things like that. Clint, one of the techs here, informed me that we have to install the tune first for this bike that comes with the exhaust. So when you spend $5,000 on this exhaust, you're not just getting all this titanium, which definitely does not equate to $5,000, but you're getting a Ducati factory tune with that and also an air filter. It's basically just to help this bike run properly whenever you buy the exhaust and get that installed. This is more complicated of a process, so I'm gonna let Clint take over for this spot here. I can't, I'm not gonna mess with the tune or the electronics on this bike because I'm probably gonna mess it up.
Put this exhaust system on, since it removes the catalytic converter, it becomes not road legal.
Technically, by Ducati, what Ducati tells you whenever you install this tune, you're not supposed to ride this on the street because it's a racing exhaust that removes the catalytic converter and puts on a racing tune. Now, what's really interesting about my state in Ohio, there's no motorcycle exhaust laws. There's no e-checks. Once you install an exhaust, like there's nobody checking to make sure that you have a catalytic converter on your motorcycle. There's no state refs. I can really get away with whatever I want in this state. So back at my second home back in California, my California boys, they tell me they physically cannot get this exhaust installed by a dealer in the way that I'm doing it right now. In order to get this exhaust installed at a dealership in California, they would have to tow their bike to the dealership and then tow it home. They are not allowed to ride their motorcycle home that they bought and paid for this exhaust, paid for the installation. They have to trailer their bike home. That's because they have much more strict exhaust laws out in California. Meanwhile, in Ohio, land of the free, baby. And just like that, with that custom Ducati tune finally installed, we can finally get started on working on getting this bike completely torn apart and looking like a naked bike. There we go. Took it off all by myself. $5 grand for this little piece that's gonna replace all of that. It's gonna look so much better. I'm already losing bolts. Matthew Woods broke his V4. Ooh, there's a little quality control sticker on here. We got the green and quality control. We got another one. So if I'm correct, this is somehow, I don't know. This doesn't make any sense. It's just a mess of exhaust and I don't know. Maybe it's like this way? I think it's that way. That looks like it would make a lot more sense. Okay. We got it, we figured it out. So this is what the Ducati V4 looks like under all of those beautiful painted fairings. It's like we have these two headers that come down right here. They kind of make a little bit of a mess, twisting and turning all the way down here. That looks like it's the beginning of the catalytic converter, which then blends into the muffled exhaust. And if you didn't know, the Ducati V4 is actually a dual tipped exhaust from the factory. So there's one tip right here. You know we love our tips, right? And then the other tip is of course right here. And so dual tippage. We are not gonna be replacing the factory headers with this exhaust. This is just a 3/4 system. So it still does get rid of the catalytic converter, but we're still going to have those stainless steel headers on there. So a little bit of extra weight, but I didn't pay the full $8,500 for the full exhaust. So that's what I get and deserve, right? So I got about as far as I was comfortable with the V4. I think everything else, especially when it comes to these rear sets have a design that I've never seen on a motorcycle before. So I'm gonna need some practice before I just tackle it on my own back here. I'm going to relinquish control to Clint, and in the meantime, we're gonna go get some lunch. Cold, 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 cold. Hi, Bennett. Of course, a little bit of Chipotle. This is like as good as food gets in Ohio, unfortunately. Bennett got the double chicken bowl. Jesus. Shit. Pressure. Got my double chicken bowl. We're gonna eat this. This is, of course, going to disappear about as fast as you can imagine. And we're gonna go right back to Ducati. Fix that exhaust. 3, 2, 1. This is a cold start on a 2014 Honda Pilot, right?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
All right, ready?
Oh my God, bro, we gotta chill. Dog, we got people out here. Can't be that loud.
And poof, we're back.
We have returned back in the lovely Ducati Cleveland up there. Still 20 degrees out. It's still freezing. Let's check the progress on the Ducati V4 being installed by the professional. Oh, wow. Whoa, that looks so much more done than when we left. Whoa, that's like this. Did you have to do like anything? You didn't have to remove the rear sets or nothing.
I had to remove this for a clamp.
I see. So you didn't have to like remove these or anything.
Nope.
Wow, we basically did do a lot of the work. Not to discredit, hey, I guess that was mostly of what it all was. With a little bit of help, of course, from the professional. So we're gonna try weighing the old exhaust just to see how much weight that we're basically cutting off of this bike. With the titanium parts on there, the titanium basically weighs like nothing. Like we're talking like the size of like a TI-84 calculator. That's how much the new exhaust weighs. Now weighing the old exhaust,
37 pounds.
if this even works, shaving 30 pounds. 30 pounds off of this bike. Probably closer to like 28 pounds because that exhaust probably weighs, what, 2 or 3, maybe 5 pounds tops.
It'll tell us on the internet, actually. On there.
30 pounds. That is a lot on a motorcycle. I know, like on a car, that would probably be a lot, but on a bike?
So we do some reps with this, hitting the gym. I don't know, what do we do with this? We're gonna blow it up? We could donate it to charity? Something? I don't know. What do we do with this stock exhaust? I don't know. We're losing parts.
I also wanted to make a point. So with that 30 pounds of weight cut off of this Ducati V4, the factory wet weight for a base model V4, we're talking 421 pounds. So even with fuel, which is like anywhere from like 4 or 5 pounds, this bike is going to be sub 400 pounds, which is ridiculous for a sport bike because let me show you the closest competitor. The modern BMW S1000RR, the wet weight of that bike from the factory is 434 pounds. Even if you cut off 30 pounds of that bike, it's still going to be over 400 pounds. Sub 400 pounds on a motorcycle with 220 plus horsepower this is getting into a field of, I would dare call above ridiculous. On top of that fact, this is a base model V4. So this comes with a lead acid battery while the V4S comes with a lithium battery, which is about 8 pounds lighter. So not only is the base model Ducati V4 sub 400 pounds with that exhaust, we can cut even more weight off of it by throwing a lithium ion battery. And of course, for only 200, 300 bucks, I'm gonna do that.
Of course you guys already know you want to see this. For track use only, baby.
This is going to be my first ever cold start on a 2025 Ducati Panigale V4 with that beautiful low mount exhaust. That's insane, bro. It's so much more sensitive now than it was before. That was insanely loud. I apologize to any headphone users. So finally, the reason why I chose the low mount exhaust over the high mount exhaust mainly just comes down to money. I mean, this was $3,000 cheaper compared to the high mount full titanium exhaust. I do lose out on like 1 or 2 pounds and like 1 or 2 extra horsepower. To me, as someone who's probably gonna ride this bike primarily on the street, I could really care less about all that extra stuff. Now, $5,000 for a 3/4 titanium exhaust is still insanely expensive. I understand that. And usually other YouTubers who are buying this motorcycle are usually opting for cheaper aftermarket options, but I'm gonna tell you why I chose the Ducati option and spent the extra money. First of all, Ducati is the only manufacturer from the factory that offers a factory tune on this bike. Whenever you put an exhaust in your Kawasaki or your BMW, you always have to go for an aftermarket tune in order to make the bike run correctly. Like on my BMW S1000RR, I had a BT Moto tune. I had a Brent tune. Now, if I had a massive engine failure on my S1000RR, like if cylinder 3 stopped working or if there's a transmission issue, like I blew out a gear, I would be out of luck if I took that bike into warranty. BMW would double check the ECU, see that the bike has been tuned, and then they would just deny you warranty because they don't want to pay for that. If you tune a motorcycle, if you change the computer on a motorcycle, you're basically signing away your warranty whenever you do that. Now, Ducati, even though their exhaust costs a lot of money, you're getting a factory tune with that exhaust. And so that way, this bike is running correctly on Ducati's tune with that full exhaust. It's making the most amount of power possible. It's running as smoothly as possible. And if there's anything that goes wrong, like let's say, God forbid, an engine failure happens, I can bring this bike back here and get everything fixed for me totally for free. So I'm paying for that peace of mind because I'm planning on putting a lot of miles on this motorcycle. I wish other motorcycle manufacturers did this so that way I could compare and be like, oh, BMW offers it for $3,000, $2,000 less, but they don't. Ducati's the only one that does this, and so that's why I feel like they can charge a premium for it because no other motorcycle manufacturer is doing that. I wish that more brands did this because, first of all, it incentivizes us to give more money to motorcycle manufacturers because nobody wants to have a motorcycle failure on their brand new bike and then have a warranty claim denied. That's why we buy these bikes brand new in the first place. But unfortunately, that's the risk that you take when you buy an S1000 or an H2, put an exhaust and tune on it, and then just taking your chances. But yeah, that has been the exhaust, the $5,000 exhaust for my Ducati V4. And with all that being said, the V4 is finally being put away for probably the next month. I know a lot of people honestly forgot I even bought this bike, and to be honest, I forgot for a little bit I even owned this thing, but I'm sorry, ever since I bought this bike, the weather has been total garbage. And like I explained in my I Hate School video, I can't really escape the bad weather because unfortunately, I'm not a full-time social media person. I am in college. I'm a full-time student. I can't just like not go to school. So unfortunately, this is where she's going to remain until I graduate or until the weather gets better. I know it sucks. I want to ride this thing just as much as anybody else, but make sure you guys hit the subscribe button because we're going to be taking this thing out on a first ride as soon as the weather gets nicer. Stay tuned for that, everybody. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video. Make sure to stick around, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye-bye.